Welcome back to another 2K22 build video where today we're going to be looking at DeMar DeRozan. He's been absolutely popping off with the Bulls this season. 2 back-to-back game winners, which was super awesome to see, man. This build is, one on New Year's Eve, one on New Year's Day. But anyway, this build is also super similar to Kawhi Leonard, and don't worry, it can shoot the 3-ball and super well. Anyway, let's get into it now. You're going to want to make the position small forward. Your hand and your jersey number do not matter. However, you can match them up with DeMar or Kawhi if you want to. I say Kawhi because it's also really similar to Kawhi, and when I make a Kawhi build video, it's probably going to be pretty similar to this. But anyway, this is the DeMar build video, so let's get onto the pie chart now. You're going to go blue and green here, right, like that. For physical profile here, I personally, when I did it, I went with the speed and the vert one, but you could also go pure speed or you could go vert and strength. It's all up to you, really, when it boils down to it. But if you want to be more like a guard, go pure speed. You're going to have insane defense and good block though, so you could go with speed and vert. It's all a personal decision. It's not going to affect your attributes at all. Anyway, what you're going to want to do is you want to max out those close shot, driving dunk, and then post hook, you're going to want to drop that down to 86 just for now. You're going to max out all 3 of these, your mid-range, 3-point, and your post fade. Then you're going to go over here, max out that ball handle and post control, and it's going to leave you with 9, which is more than enough. Then you want to max out your lat, perimeter defense, the steal, defensive rebound, and the block. And then you want to put the last 7 right there on your interior defense like that. Now, if you want, you can take 1 more away from your post hook, and you can chuck that somewhere else, just for, good measure. But it is up to you there. Also, if you feel like you'd rather have 15 shooting and 15 finishing, you can take, I think it's 2. Yeah, there it is, 2 off your 3-point shot and chuck them onto your post hook. And then you get 15 finishing, 15 shooting. But otherwise, you're going to have 14 finishing, 16 shooting, 9 playmaking, and 7 defense, which is pretty well rounded, if you ask me. I like to go with body shape defined here, and you're going to go with height 6'7". Then you want to drop down that weight as much as you possibly can. Find the sweet spot over here like this, which will be 187 to help you guys out. There you go. Now for the wingspan, I like to max it out all the way, just like that. And with that being said, you can now get contact dunks with this build when you reach 99, because you're going to have an 85 driving dunk. So there you go. You're going to get 2 options for takeover. Both are insanely good. You're going to have post scorer or slasher. Now in 2K, DeMar does have slasher. However, post scorer is going to help you with those post fades, which are an 85, which is pretty insane if you ask me. So I like to go with post scorer on this as well. But you can go with slashing. There you go. You're going to build a finisher with shades of DeMar DeRozan right there. When I made this the other time, it actually said shades of DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi Leonard. I don't know why it hasn't appeared this time. It doesn't matter. You've still got some good players there with Brandon Ingram and TJ Warren. But DeMar DeRozan is the #1 player at the top, and that's who we were going after, was DeMar DeRozan, which is awesome to see. And so many other good players too. But DeMar DeRozan, he's a great player in real life and in 2K. So let's go on to his badges now. Well, I like to chuck on Limitless Takeoff and Posterizer and Delivery Finisher. And then for the last bit here, you could probably chuck on like Post Spin Technician or Fast Twitch, which is what I like. I like to have Fast Twitch for that close shot there, as we do have a 92, which will go up to 96 close shot, which is pretty insane. And DeMar is pretty good in that post, I gotta say, especially with that close shot and post fade. So we're gonna max out the fade ace now and max out the sniper. Both of those are gonna go to Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame Hot Zone Hunter as well. And now you've got one last Hall of Fame badge that you can chuck on. So really it's up to you, but I'd probably say stop and pop is the best option. Now, if you wanted to be more like DeMar, you could always chuck on like, oh, here's difficult shots on Hall of Fame, or even on gold and then Green Machine or something like that. But in terms of 2K sense, it makes more sense to do something like this from a 2K perspective. Now, going on to our playmaking badges, you want to have quick first step on. And then from here, it's pretty flexible. You can do whatever you want. If you're going to be in the post a lot and you actually do want to pass out, remember your pass accuracy isn't great. So having something like bullet passer will help you out and post playmaker. So if you're going to be passing, I'd probably be going for something like this, right? And then you could even chuck on glue hands if you wanted. That's if you're going to play like rec or something. Because having 44 pass accuracy, of course, it isn't insane. But it's probably like DeMar isn't going to be like an insane passer like that. You can also chuck on just handles for days and then hyper drive like that. And if you don't want quick first step, you can always just chuck on quick chain or something. But this is probably what I would go with, something like that. You could also just, go something like, it's really up to you. But 9 is plenty, trust me. You can do plenty with that. I showed you what I do for playmaking. If I was going ISO, I'm probably looking something like this. And then I'd make sure as well for my ISO that I had some post spin technician, maybe some back down puncher and drop stepper. But yeah, then when it comes to defense, you want to have the clamps, intimidator, and chase down just like that. Nice and easy. You could also chuck on some rim protector or rebound chase if you wanted. That's what I like to run, just like that. I really love this build actually. DeMar DeRozan does not have a jump shot in here, but you do have some other insane players, who also great post fade like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Dirk. I don't know if you want to use Dirk, but he's in there as well. Plenty of good players anyways, the point I'm getting at, KD. But I really like this build because as you see, like you can go face up and you can attack face up sort of thing. You can slash in towards the rim. You can go for the pull up midi or pull up 3 even. Or then you can go back to the basket if you want, right? And you can go to the post fades and the post hooks, which are also there. And that's probably what I forgot to mention is you could also chuck on hook specialist. And then you've got great defense to pair along with it all. So going down one last time, let's have a look at the build again. It is a simple name, finisher, but pretty deceiving because it's a lot more than just that. So there's the finisher. I'm going to quickly show you guys when I made it before. I think I made it, it's because I made it heavier, which changed some of the defensive attributes and stuff, and I used the weight and vertical one. But if I quickly show you guys this one, you'll see that this one has shades of Kawhi Leonard in there. There you go, DeMar DeRozan, Paul Pierce, and Kawhi Leonard. So 3 all-time greats right there. But I feel this one's a little bit more like DeMar DeRozan. It is up to you though, if you don't care about speed that much. I did find it was a little on the slower side of things. But if you don't care about speed that much, go for the max weight like the other one and and then just max out your weight and become El Tubbo. Because that right there, it dominates. Anyway, that's the finisher build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. It would help me out a ton. But that's it from me. I'll see you guys in another video. Have a great day.